Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil, episode 68. This is the show where we take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge, show you what we're working on, what we're thinking about. We hang out, we talk terrain. We spend 2 hours drinking a frosty beverage and hanging out with some wonderfully like-minded viewers. And tonight, we're going to be talking about ReliQueries, our Kickstarter project that just went live today. I am Nate, and joining me across the room in the battle station.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm Chris.
I couldn't read your sweatshirt, so I didn't know what your name was.
It's because it's on the other side. It's over my heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool story. So.
I didn't design the sweatshirt.
No. Felipe designed the sweatshirt. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
My mic's not low. I forgot to bring it over.
Oh, am I on? Wait.
You're on.
Do we have any tech problems yet?
The mic was low on me because I forgot to bring it over. It was all the way on the other side of the...
Well, this is the show where we have no tech problems. And
this is going pretty smoothly considering...
it just got started.
Considering our like physical state.
We got Miles in the house.
Yeah, Miles is over here just staring at us.
So we're gonna look at some ReliQueries tonight. We're gonna take lots and lots of questions from you guys. We're gonna show off the pieces, do whatever you say. Hey, can we see this thing? That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We have a giveaway. We're gonna do it the halfway. Are we gonna do a shorter episode tonight?
Most likely.
Yeah.
We don't have any Wildlands test shots. We don't have a lot. The only real news is like so. This is kind of a special episode of On the Anvil. Like we're not really doing the full thing. This is kind of a, hey, like because with the way the stream schedule is working out, I don't know if we're gonna like have. I don't know if we're gonna do another On the Anvil during.
Who's the overly ambitious person that booked like 20 live streams over the course of the next 16 days?
I have no idea. I have no idea who would push for something like that. I can't imagine a single person who, when asked like, was doing a live stream every day too much? Was Wildlands too much? Should we not do that again? I have no idea who would have responded with like, no, we got it.
Pretty much everybody else on the team said, yeah, that's a terrible idea, except for the two of us.
Everybody on the team was like, they were like, God, it was just too much to stream every day. It's like, and then the two people who actually were there, like doing the streams every day, it's just like, no, like let's do it.
Well, that's it. So buckle up. We're gonna be on the air every day for the next 16 days.
Yes.
So it should be fun.
So tonight, like the main thing is we really want to. Kickstarter's been up for 7 hours. The page is there. 7 hours. It's only been 7 hours. Like that's the. We want to hear from you. If anything is confusing, what kind of stuff we should be prioritizing to try and make this better. Man, we
want to hear your hopes and dreams. I mean, that's the point of this channel, right? We want to interact directly with you guys. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear your feedback. We want to show you some stuff. We want to share some geeky jokes with you, and mostly just have a good time.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of, like you said, we already have a bunch of cool people. I mean, you guys are all cool people. We have some ReliQueries connected folks hanging out in chat tonight. Right, so Justice is here. Justice is going to be with us on Saturday night?
Saturday night. Justice Armand is going to be joining us along with B. Dave Walters and Daniel Kwan.
It's going to be a fun panel.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about adventure design, generally speaking. That's kind of the idea. Is we kind of just reached out to all of some of just our favorite people in the industry, tried to get like, and then tried to like kind of get them in groups of like, I bet we could have an interesting conversation about this with these people. It's
I don't know. We're trying something.
We're trying a lot of new things with ReliQueries.
Who else we have? RG Dice Boutique was here, right?
RG Dice Boutique was in chat.
She, they, he,
she,
they. Well, check out. We'll go to the close up. We got their dice right on here. Like, oh, look at these outrageous, like
absolutely sick. I can't even imagine like the level of complexity of those. Like how
can you even see how like crazy?
I'm seeing the fractals in here.
Yeah, they're stained glass dice. These things like it doesn't even make sense. What should I turn off? I'm trying to turn this. They one of the many cool things. I need a brighter backlight. I don't know. We'll figure it. We'll show it later on a close up. But oh boy. One of the many cool things about ReliQueries is we've gotten to work with a whole bunch of really cool dice creators, particularly a lot of really small dice creators, right? Folks that have just an Etsy shop or a few things or whatnot. We have. Let me do this. This is half of the dice that we have lined up for the. I don't know if you can see.
We have so many we have so many of those trays full of dice. Everybody's asking how they can get those dice now.
Oh well, I don't know. RG Dice Boutique. How?
I believe she's trying to get a store set up.
Yes.
Next year, but yeah, they're incredible. Like these are the dice that everybody's been like we showed a lot of dice, and these are the ones that people have been like asking a ton of questions about.
Hand forged Gil Ramirez's hand forged steel dice. Here we go.
Use those as a weapon.
Dice from Waystone.
Yeah.
Dice from Ynir. Where's the one she made? These are.
Ynir's are beautiful too.
Yeah.
She's got really cool dice in a lot of different styles because there's so many.
The elixir dice from.
I'm so happy. We were shooting.
Look at that. It's like doesn't make sense.
We were shooting and our Kickstarter pledges because both Nate and I backed that Kickstarter.
It literally showed up like the day we were shooting a thing. They both showed up the same day.
And it was just like, hey, Andrew, can you please talk to them and get permission for us to use these
more.
dice?
We need more. These are Talon and Claws, prismatic glass dice, like so many, and of course we've got custom dice for the campaign from our friends at Die Hard Dice. I could have just done that on the other thing. It turns out we've got the power to go close. Look at this purple Dracona, purple dragon scale Dracona. We got fun. A lot of dice. Dice are fun. All right, so what do we? Let's go to the news, right? We're enough talking about what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about the thing.
Yeah.
What's the thing? I don't know.
News?
What's the news? We should figure out what the news is for tonight before we go live.
Well,
news. It's the news. Welcome to the news. What's in the news, Chris?
We just launched a Kickstarter 7 hours ago.
How's it going?
Great.
Did we fund it?
Yes, we're funded.
We did. We funded. What are we at? What's our?
We're at 96,000 currently.
Woo!
96,146. I've got it up on the screen too.
96,146. Thank you, Miles.
Yeah. No, that's really.
It's awesome.
As far as news outside of that goes, I don't really know.
Well,
we've just been kind of wrapped up in this Kickstarter, like.
For months.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I was actually saying to Miles this morning, which I was telling him earlier, is it's really hard to recalibrate your expectations for launch after, like, Wildlands was absolutely outrageous, right? We funded in a few minutes and broke $1 million in an hour or something.
We hit it like in an hour and a half. We hit $1 million.
It was a rocket ship, right? We were flying to Mars.
We hit $1 million before we
without a seatbelt.
Before we ended the launch stream. We hit $1 million while
it was wild.
Yeah.
So kind of after that, it turns down the volume on any sort of launch. Like
this is something we intentionally did that we knew was going to be on a smaller scale.
But the goal is to see how many backers we can get. See if we can get a bunch of fresh new names, and it's already working, right? We have a whole bunch of folks. Maybe we have some new people. Anybody here tonight who has never tuned in to Dwarven Forge Live before?
Because if so, yeah, if this is anybody's first Dwarven Forge Kickstarter, and you have any questions, this is so. What we're doing right now on the Anvil is a thing that we do every Wednesday at 7 Eastern. It's going to be a little bit different during the Kickstarter because we're planning to stream every day. So we're going to be kind of doing that throughout the whole week. This is really just kind of a...
We're going to be on the chopping block.
on the chopping block.
Yeah.
We're just going to show you all the stuff that we ended up not making.
Yeah.
All the concept art that
we're
didn't
on the
go
chopping
through.
block.
Oh, that's also fair.
Hey, also in the news, I have the fogger.
Don't.
In
Miles,
case we break
100
100K during the stream, we're gonna fire off some celebratory fog.
Oh my god!
But not any other than that, because I don't want to set a fire alarm yet again. Those fines are starting to add up.
Any indication when the second restock is set to arrive? Do we have a shipping booking for this?
No, but we saw samples. They sent us. We got a box of samples
For the new Hellscape stuff?
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's here in the office.
I take it back. It's paint. No, it is paint. It's production paint samples. I don't think it was a full box. I don't know. It's samples somewhere. Yes, Tyler has them hidden like in his little badger burrow.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I wish I'd know. I just want to see them, honestly.
Yeah, no, they're beautiful. We
We'll
got
have to-
very excited for new Hellscape sets,
Yeah.
particularly the bridge. We got the natural bridge coming in Hellscape. It's gonna be so you can go over bridge over troubled lava.
Tooth and Nate Fog Dance, who had 9 minutes on the
At
Anvil.
the giveaway. At the giveaway.
What's up?
What was the other news? Oh, we don't know. Wildlands is not on the boat yet, unless. Although I forgot to ask too because I sort of was focused on launching a Kickstarter.
That's the thing. Like this last week, especially,
Yeah.
we've just been completely sucked into making sure we could launch.
Yeah. What else is in the news? Janet slept in the office.
She did?
We're all kind of tired. Yeah.
That makes sense. She was still here when I left. I left at like 1
If you take
last
a look
night.
at the page, our Kickstarter page, you'll see there's a lot of graphics there, like a lot. They were painstakingly made, a lot of work in there to get it all together. But
That
we
makes
got it.
sense. I left at 1 and I got back at 8, and she was here both times. So I guess
Yeah,
that makes
she was
sense.
cooking. Well, we did a focus group for this thing 2 weeks before launch and got whatever it was 100 and something pages of feedback. So we made a few changes since then. So it's it's been lively.
Well, because we're doing the graphics differently than we have for Kickstarters before too, and so that led to a lot of trial and error.
That's our perpetually trial and error, the life of the artist. But I think that's all we have for news, right? We have a Kickstarter going. We're gonna have streams every single day. You can look on the schedule on Twitch. I'm like pointing to it. It's somewhere on the screen. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we actually
You can go to the schedule, see what's there.
Yeah, Mace went through and actually loaded up the schedule with every stream that we're planning to do throughout the Kickstarter. Some of them are subject to change. We might add another stream if it feels like we need to have. We were just talking about potentially working a war game stream in there and stuff like that. The goal with this is to be kind of reactive to what you guys need. We want to make sure everybody's getting the answers they need.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we've got like our finger on the pulse of what you got, like how information's getting across. If anything's not working, we want to be able to fix it. Yeah. So that's basically this. So if you have any questions about it, let us know. I think I saw something earlier. Hang on.
Let's dive into the hard-hitting questions by ReliQueries.
Let us.
Shall we? So who's got some hard-hitting questions about ReliQueries?
Who's got some harding? Who wants to just put us against the wall?
Well, here's a question. Is there anything, if you haven't been to the website, go right now. It's kickstarter.com/awesome or whatever. I don't know what's our /Dwarven Forge does it again. I don't know. You can put a link in there. But go take a look at the page and let us know what's confusing. What else do you need to see? What don't you understand? What are your questions? What would make it more exciting for new backers? And what are your dreams?
Speaking of which, we did have a question related to that actually. If we have any information on how we're doing in terms of pulling in new backers in particular. If we have any information on that yet, or if we're saving that until after the campaign.
It's all hearsay. But but Jay said that he doesn't recognize about half the emails of people who backed. So
it seems like we're
so it's either our backers are using secondary accounts to like obfuscate their maneuvers, or it's new people, or some combination therein. Because there is a lot of obfuscation around certain DF pledges. Like we get a lot of strange shipping requests, like ship a third of my order to my parents' house, a third of my order to work.
They don't tell you what the parents' address is. They just say
That's just my folks' house. Everybody knows who they are.
It's like, I don't know who that is. Let's see. A big thing are the ability trackers cliff height. They are. Is it cliff height or 38 millimeters?
No, they are. They're elevation or
elevation block height.
Elevation block height, standard dungeon pillar height. You want to go? Let's punch in.
Oh, how did I
check out the ability tracker? Ooh. Enhance.
That was.
Hey Miles.
Yes.
Do you want to grab like a standard dungeon pillar? Some stuff that's like 38 millimeters high. Ooh, like this. Thanks, dude.
We did a build with the ability tracker in dungeon for like a terrain where we were using it to like support a dungeon floor to kind of show that off.
Oh wait, I got a couple pillars here.
And that's another one big thing people are saying is that they want to see more examples of it being used with terrain, which we are actively working on.
You want to hear a funny story? So, you know this story because you were
Yes,
there.
I do.
I did a little build for a cave build with Artificer stuff in there. It was like a the Mad Wizard's workshop with the big furnace port and all this stuff in there. Did build, lit it, got fog. It was the same day we were going to shoot some footage with the Pixel Dice people. Jess from Pixels came by with a lighted LED, and you saw Chris got one of those shots in the intro video on the Eldritch. You see like crazy glowing, whatever. We haven't actually worked any other footage in anywhere else, have we?
No, I mean we literally grabbed that like
It was
Monday
yeah.
afternoon.
So anyway, Jess came. We were shooting two things at once, doing this whatever, and never actually shot. Did the build to get the light, and never actually shot the build. So we lost one, but we have. So anyway, this is the.
Is the Dragon Pillar... No, the Dragon Pillar is the same height. I think it's just a trick of the angle that we're looking at it at. I think if you hold it up perpendicular to the lens, you'll see that they're the same height. It looks... Yeah, it only looks like... That's not helping. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks higher, doesn't it? It could be... might be off by a millimeter. Oh, because the resin expands? Or the resin contracts? I don't know. It'll be 38 when it's done.
That's another thing to keep in mind is like it's also that's a resin prototype, so it's going to be off by a millimeter or two here or there because it's
also the
in-house resin
height
casting.
of this plus a floor. If you had I can't.
Yeah.
But it's Toby cleverly made it the same height as our other stuff, so you can use it for elevation. And Miles just did a little elevation build with it the other day to show it off. It's on the main page, right? On Accessorize Your Dungeon.
Yeah, it's on the Kickstarter page. I have a shot of it in the Kickstarter video as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's there.
Let's see. One question from comments: ability tracker packs without all the other bits to use as pillars. If you can get the tracker without getting the dial and the.
We're discussing some other packs. So that's a question. What would you like to see? What other collections of pieces would be helpful to people? Would you like to see? Not that we can necessarily do it, but conceptually, would a pack of any 4 pillars or any 4 thrones be a good pack? Like no nonsense, right? Just like if we just get no inserts, no anything, just like 4 of these or 4 of these or even 4 of these, whatever.
Yes, a pack of 4 Artificer pillars, please. Any 4 pillars would be popular, I think. 2 and 4 Dwarven pillar pack for sure. I don't think we could do both a 2 and a 4 pack. It would basically be just one.
I think 4 is the only thing that makes sense for us.
I think 4 is more significant than 2 in terms of being able to put a discount in a way that is meaningful. Yeah. It's a lot further from getting the single. Seems like everybody is saying yes, they would be very into the 4-pack.
It's like the terrain lovers pack. Terrain lovers pizza.
It just makes it because currently they're a hard. Well, I guess with any of them, it's hard to get just multiples of one without getting the rest of the stuff in the family. But like But what are the odds that somebody's going to ask for like 8?
They're designed to hold dice.
Yeah.
Versus designed to be offered as terrain. You know, the other thing we could think about too at some point is reprinting some of these as part of a terrain Kickstarter, like in a different composition.
I don't know. Potentially. But that would be something for after this.
The after times.
We currently need to focus on what's in front of us.
True.
Let's see. I think it'd be nice for those who got the 7-piece pack to be able to get 2 pillars for a total of 4. Definitely would prefer 4 pillars to 4 thrones. I guess the thing there is...
How about a 6-pack so then you can turn your 2 into 8?
Somebody did ask for a 6-pack there. 4 seems like the right... I mean, because we'd have to only do 1 is the thing. So it would be... What amount? 4 seems like it would be the right amount to go for?
I don't know. We'll kick it around, see if it makes sense.
Yeah. And that would apply to all families.
Across the boards. From elves to dwarves.
Seems like everybody's into it.
elementals.
Can a guy get a 4-pack of the Dwarven Hero? We're not going to do it with heroes.
No, but you can buy 4 hero pledges.
Can you even add on ability trackers? Yeah. You currently can get solo ability trackers and a 4-pack of ability
In
trackers.
fact, because everybody was a little confused about whether or not they could add pledges to the thing, we've added all the pledges to the add-on lineup in Kickstarter. So, which we just put in the update, like all of 45 minutes ago or something. Ooh. So, if you want to adjust your pledge, manage your pledge, it'll bring up the add-ons thing. Scroll down the add-ons, and you'll see the ability tracker in there, as well as every other pledge, except we don't have the completionist or all the sculpts in there as add-ons. With the logic being A, it was really unwieldy to add, and B, if you're getting those, you're probably using those as a main pledge.
That's probably your base pledge.
Yeah. But in the pledge manager, when the campaign ends, you'll be able to add anything you want, any combination of any of the sets in the pledge manager. It's a little more freeform.
We have an important question.
They're all
from a new backer, first-time backer.
Hello, first-time backer. What's your name?
Keenan Ware, I think is how it's pronounced. Let me know if it's wrong. It says, first Dwarven Forge Kickstarter, I have a question. Do I just put the total dollar amount into the bonus section on the add-on page? I'm a little confused.
Just make a checkout to cash and send it.
Come on, man. This is actually important.
They, yes, you put your, you can just put in your total, or you can use the Kickstarter add-on feature. So if you could choose, say, Dwarven Hero, then choose a couple of add-ons, it'll total it up for you and you hit pledge. Or you can go to our pledge calculator, which you can find on the page. It's also linked in the update from today. You can use that to kind of add up, figure out your total, and then just do the build your own ReliQueries, buy your own, choose your own ReliQueries, and just put in that total and go. And then basically, no matter what you do, it ultimately is just going to give you a bucket of money that you've pledged when you get to the pledge manager, and you can spend that however you want on any combination of pledge levels and add-ons, any combination.
Yeah, the important thing to keep in mind is what you select in the Kickstarter is not really going to lock you into anything too much. Yep. That money just gets converted into credit for the pledge manager. So if you go with like a 7-die array pledge, and then you realize that you actually just want to get like nothing but pillars, but with the same amount of money in pledge manager, you don't have to get that 7-die array anymore. You can take that credit and put it towards other things.
Yeah. And add more and adjust it. You just can't reduce the amount of money you put in. You can change your main pledge level if you really want. You can. There's going to be a lot of flexibility in the pledge manager.
I'm very excited for somebody's Artificer to start using that as like a.
What was the person's? What was the person's name that was first time backer? Is there anything?
Keenan Ware.
Keenan Ware.
Keenan Ware.
Keenan Ware. Was everything easy enough for you to understand? Was there anything that was confusing?
They're saying that everything wasn't there earlier, but if everything's there now, it should make it easier.
We added it because people were confused.
Yeah.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a how to pledge video, which was something we wanted to launch with, but we were kind of tweaking some pledges and whatnot. We were going to make the video obsolete before we made it. So
yeah. We went to shoot it and we realized we don't actually know what the pledges are going to be yet.
Yeah.
And
then a lot of figuring out the add-ons.
Which ended up being good because stuff is changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the better. So we will have a how to pledge video imminently.
Wilderness Encounter says it was surprisingly easy to use. This is my first Dwarven Forge Kickstarter. My first Kickstarter of anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool that we get people to join.
If I remember correctly, Wilderness Encounter is really active in the Discord. If I remember correctly, they found us right after Wildlands ended, which was depressingly ironic considering the name.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah. Kickstarter add-on system is just there to help you figure out the pledge amount. Pledge manager will basically just be a pool of money.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
How much of that thing glows? So the Artificer probably has the most LED space.
Hit the blackout button.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then I can see if I turn this off. Well, I have one. Actually, it's pretty good to have this one light so you can still see some texture.
Yeah, the Artificer, I think, has the most LED space.
Artificer's outrageous.
Yeah.
This is, so we've got the whole front panel, all of these bits, the furnace, the tank, the bits on the side, and then it's got, like, the main chamber there. So the idea is, the concept behind this contraption, so Eli, everything has a purpose. Each of these was designed to do something. So this is, you open up this hatch, you shove your +1 sword in there, whatever, like your, I don't know, Cloak of the Manta Ray or something you don't want. It melts down the magic items, furnace glows, and then it charges up this thing, which is whatever. It's opening a portal, or it's powering up your doomsday weapon, or it's doing something. Or this is a. Should we show the potential?
Show everything. I don't know if you saw in the Kickstarter comments, but they've been referring to this as the Arcane Dalek.
Yeah, it totally is good. This is a.
Oh yeah, the artifact.
Yeah, it's gonna be the artifact when we unlock that thing. So we'll have a thing that it'll have a little plug, so it pops in there. You can use that to charge that up and really destroy the world. To exterminate all.
Transparent, so the LED shines through it.
But yeah, this thing has got a lot of lights. It's pretty neat. Miles
love the ladder on the back. Yeah, like the ladder was put there as a way, like, okay, well, what if you want to get up there?
Classic Eli, right?
Yeah.
He was like, well, they would need, the evil gnomes that built this or whatever, the Mad Svrfnevlin need like a way to get up and, either stand on the portal or adjust the power crystals or, put the prisoner on there or step into the portal or whatever. He's like, you got to have a way up to the thing. So
when we were
thinking about function,
when we were grabbing footage to make the documentaries, and we were very early on, like as all the stuff was being conceived, like 5 different people, when Artificer was brought up, were like, yeah, just what I really like is that we need to approach it from like a standpoint of these machines need to actually make sense and seem like they're going to do something.
Well, instead of just
like
slapping a bunch of gears on a thing and calling it a day.
And so if you look at it, like there's actually like a lot of logic, which I think will make it really nice if you have it like in a build in a game. Like it's very easy to like, they can look at the sculpt and go like, okay, well that's an interactable thing right there.
Yeah.
And you can logically figure out how it'll affect the machine and all that. And yeah, I don't know. It's a great piece.
It was clear. This is the Talon and Claw.
Clear figures would look good on top.
Ooh, yeah, like a
Do we have any
clear
minis?
Let's look at the RG Dice Boutique. Oh, look at that.
It's coming up and refracting through the. Oh, that's nice.
You can turn this off too for fun.
Is it making the?
Just hypnotic.
Yeah, this is some real like lava lamp energy.
It's even cooler from behind. You can't show it from behind because the camera's on the other side. But it was neat. What else? We got a lot of clear dice here. Let's put what else we can put in there? We put a dispel die on there.
Oh yeah, this isn't blacklight. He was saying hit the blackout button. I just turned off all the lights in the studio.
Here's the near.
How does it look off? Just hit the switch on it, I guess. Well, we might need to turn the lights back on.
There's the.
I love those. Dice. I'm really happy with how those came out.
Oh, where are the Wild Earth? Oh, it's turned out there. Would you want to turn off the lights?
He wants to see what it looks like without the LEDs on.
No. Exterminate.
Just a Dalek that can't walk through doors.
Yeah.
He's got
my kids, both Grayson and Hawken, wanted to be Dragapult for Halloween.
Dragapult,
It's one of the new Pokemon that I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
it's a stealth
Sword and
bomber.
Shield.
It's like a salamander with a stealth bomber head that launches smaller salamanders.
Yeah.
So I cobbled together pretty subpar Dragapult heads for them, like Saturday morning, because we've been going full tilt on ReliQueries, and they were just like, we got to do this. They don't want to be something special, whatever. So but like Grayson couldn't get through doors because it was like it's something had like a 3-foot head. It was it wasn't well thought out, and nobody knew what he was.
First time backer here. Will there be options for unpainted? Not currently.
It would, we definitely talked about it a lot early on, as well, Earth Dice, but it's beyond the scope of what we can do currently. Who knows what's going to happen, where the campaign will go, why not? But currently, it's definitely beyond. Ooh, this is the Robin's Nerd supplies.
Those are pretty too. We have so many like. Oh, okay. We can't spend forever looking at this one though.
Yeah. So what are
they wanted to see the Eldritch Hero lit up, I believe. There was a request for that one a bit back.
Yeah. Whoops.
Looks pretty cool with the plague
It
stone
would
builds.
be really nice. Obviously, it'd be super cool to offer these unpainted because they'd be really fun pieces to paint. But it's just we can't like, you know, if we've learned anything from Wildlands, it's don't bite off more than you can chew.
You know that thing we were supposed to have learned from Caverns Deep.
Which we also sort of learned from Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
And from Castles. And anyway, we're trying to be more constrained in our offering on this one, and actually like try and keep our number of items down. Where the heck?
So people are curious to see whatever. People are curious to see whatever other artifacts we also have ready. I don't know how many.
We have almost all of them ready at this point. But anyway, we want to make sure we can deliver what we've got in a timely manner.
Are the eyes glowing? So the eyes aren't glowing, but they're reflective, and so they're catching the light coming off of the bowl.
Yeah.
They're just reflecting the light from the bowl.
Yeah. Nina did such a good job on this thing. It's like
It's
so creepy. So it's got a pulsing blue light there, and then a pulsing blue light in the eye in the front, and then sort of bleeds out on the sides where there's like these straps.
unless that's the eyes that they meant. Love to see the elven hero too. Yeah.
Yes.
Love that Eldritch Horror. Need to play to bed down before it. That's the thing with like the Eldritch is like as far as terrain uses goes, you can make like a corrupted temple or like a shrine to some sort of abomination.
Or this is like, it's starting to unleash. Like this is the first, this is the first bit of its. I don't know. It's starting to break through. Well, or maybe this is like a petrified version of it. Like it's a shrine to the past.
This will look good with several sets. Yeah, on this one actually was one of the hardest ones to shoot because we had a hard time deciding which set to put it on. We were like, oh, Hellskip would be really cool. Ice Caverns would also be really cool. Swamp would be really cool. There were just a lot of different ideas of where to put it. Yeah, turns out it's just a fun sculpt. Fun theme.
Look at that back.
That's sick.
Hamster went nuts in his paint.
On top of showing sculpts, they want to see the Elven Hero too. On top of that, are there any other questions regarding how this works or anything that we can be addressing as we show off dice? Oh, MDMA. MD May, not MDMA. Woof. MD May said the Artificer stuff looked like Breath of the Wild, which I think
have
early.
you ever played that game, Chris? I don't know. It sounds like
The first day that I came into the office, we had a conversation. Like the conversation starter was I put my Switch case, which was the Breath of the Wild Switch case that was made to look like the Sheikah Slate on it, and you're like, oh, it's a really cool design, and we talked about like the kind of ancient tech architecture in Breath of the Wild. But when concept art was like going around for Artificer stuff, and they're like looking for ideas, I think I actually posted a picture of the shrines from Breath of the Wild in there. I was like, this kind of stuff's pretty rad. Like, I don't know. Can we get detailed up-close photos of each sculpt, either on the Kickstarter page or on a page on the Dwarven Forge site, similar to what you did with Wildlands?
We'll get them on the photo gallery. We should post the spinner out. We have full 360s of each piece.
We do.
And we have those. We need to post those. The big full turntable turns.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have so much.
There's a lot.
There's so much to do. So much to see. Calling me Moto right now.
I don't know why the remote's not.
Does the Elven have the fade through the colors effect? And if not, can
I
it?
can't find it. For some reason, the remote's not. They're not cooperating right now. But
It's supposed to have all the capabilities that our RGB LEDs in our other pieces have. You think the batteries on the remote are dead?
I don't know. Or it's
there we go.
Right. Yeah.
In theory, yes, it's supposed to be able to do all the stuff that that our usual RGBs do, but this one's being finicky. Everybody like debating like which one they like the most. Eldritch Alchemist, I feel like kind of has a bias. Thought the bottom of that holder was open, light going up through the dice.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, go straight through. So if you do have like clear dice, like this, that looks really good with Talon and Claw's prismatic glass dice in it, because that like catches all the light coming up through it.
Cheating. That die is like.
It's every gleam that we got off of that D20.
Every time we shot it, it would gleam and we'd go, ooh, ah. Every time. It's funny. It looks better to the naked eye.
It looks better in motion too. I think is the main thing.
I mean, I can see the light so well from here.
Like Eldritch the Best, it's just not as practical as a ton of Dwarven. I mean, hey, that's what a lot of people said about Hellscape, and then they're like, it turns out once I had a Hellscape, I started finding a lot of reasons for my players to wind up in lava. So
turns out,
does the dwarf hero sculpt light work at the moment? Did we get the dwarf working yet?
So what we're trying.
Did those LEDs come in?
This is the fun part. Yeah.
So I know we were waiting on some stuff to come in.
It's modded up, but it doesn't. Oh, I think I left the batteries on all night because I couldn't tell. Yeah, it's in there, but it's not like. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to light up the eyes on the Gorgon, and it's not really working. So what we're going to try and do, we're going to see if we can get it to work here, and then if we do, we're going to try and see if we can make it repeatable. But the goal is to hit the D blackout. Right? Do we all listen?
Can you hit the light on?
Yeah,
the light in button.
We're gonna try and embed 1 millimeter LEDs in the eyes, red LEDs in the eyes of the dragon, so that those will like pop, right? Because this is the only one so far. The lighting, all the other ones, the LEDs are really cool, and the dwarf, Mr. Master Smith, just isn't really getting much from the LED currently.
We just gotta fiddle with it a bit. We'll get there.
Yeah, but I'm desperately trying to get a pair of the red LEDs in the dragon eyes, so that you have this like cool glow, or maybe they end up glowing green or something. But red seemed, and then it would go with the dye, right? We have the dwarven dye.
If they do a 4-pack of Eldritch Pillars, I'll get that for sure. I really like those pillars. My favorite thing about those pillars is that they're sculpted to be like falling over.
Well, they're crooked. The top is off by about 10 degrees.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Eli was like, he's like, now before
it needs to be.
He does not like.
It needs to be in the act of falling over. Yeah.
He doesn't like to make things imperfect. He's like, I'm ready to do this, but I just want to make sure everybody knows this is going to be purposefully incorrect. Yeah. He's like, just like 10 degrees. This is good, and it was great. It was really he was totally right. We should do it, and because it just feels more broken. Felipe did a really cool concept art on this thing to get it kicking off.
Yeah, it feels like something's happening to it as opposed to it just being.
Yeah, there's like 9 tentacles attacking it. There's a tapeworm face hugger like ripping the side of the thing off. It's like, yeah.
I like the idea of using the Eldritch Hero as a horrific aberration prison cell, or putting a PC Mini on top of it to show that the character is madness. So my thing, the thing that plays through, if we had the budget to do like a Nintendo Switch reveal style trailer, what I would do is probably have like a montage of like game nights. Like the DM like has like the Eldritch Hero like displayed on their shelf, and they always like grab their D20 from it. Like that's like the routine. It's like, oh, establishing this thing of, oh, that's where he puts his favorite die when he's not using it and all that. And then they get to the final session, they get to like the BBG, and he just goes up and he grabs the sculpt off of the shelf and plops it down the middle. It's like, yeah, this is what you're fighting.
This would be a cool pulpit for the cult leader to be doing a spiel from. Like you build a big room and they're like standing there, like giving their final.
You can absolutely sell like an anime villain effect where like these wings have sprouted out of his back and now he's like
final form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felipe's the coolest. Felipe's great.
Felipe's amazing.
Dude, that night that we had him on the stream was.
Well, that's one of the amazing things. We get to work with so many cool artists. We have
just a really sweet guy.
The orbit of folks that we have around us here is just delightful.
Can we get an add-on for the Eldritch pillars without the tentacles, so it can be normal, then replace them with the tentacles?
Without the tentacles.
Woof.
We
I think that would have to
haven't
be
made
a
those,
that'd have to be a future project thing. I think.
Yeah, that'd be a whole new sculpt.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to. That would.
It's all
Those are cool looking pillars. What we would need to do is
intact version, and then this is
what we would need to do, because you see, it's got like runes on it and stuff. We don't really have pillars like that currently.
No.
So what we'd have to do is we would have to design a set of terrain that uses this aesthetic.
It's got the cool like mace head flanges and like it's a pretty cool hexagonal top.
That could be a really fun thing to do.
A neat thing for cities. Make a pack of like what this temple was like before it came under Eldritch siege.
Be really cool. Man, Flesh City biome in KSA. That's my favorite thing.
City.
It's a reference to Critical Role.
Is this a show? Do people watch this?
Yeah. Now and then.
Do you think it'll catch on?
But it's very funny when like we revealed like the Eldritch stuff and everybody's like, "Oh my god, they really are doing Flesh City," because it's just been kind of like a running gag on the Discord that we would do Flesh City.
Well, we did.
Yeah. Not on
Express
purpose.
train.
They didn't
The
even
lightning
know.
rail to Flesh City.
Woo.
What other questions do people have? Are there holes in our armor? Like, is there anything on the site that doesn't make sense? Is there a thing like you're like dummies? Why don't you have blah?
I think the biggest thing is there's been a number of people saying that we need more examples of terrain use.
Yeah.
Which, hey, when we do these family streams, why don't we do a small little build
It's a really good
to go
idea.
with them so we can actually show them actively as part of the deep dive stream? We can pull out a little 12 by 12 and pop them in there.
That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
It's a good thing the first one's tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah. That's why it's a small 12 by 12. It can literally be a thing where it's like, hey, Toby, would you mind throwing this together real quick while we talk about something? Kind of like how you would have Toby throw stuff together before.
build requests on live on the.
Think you're gonna hit 100K in short order? Are we that close?
What's in order? We hit 100K.
We haven't hit it, but apparently we're close. We're at 99. Okay, we just broke 99K, so we're very close. I feel like we gotta at least stay on long enough to get to 100K then. Been shouting that more terrain use. Where's that Snake Hero piece from the video? So Sasul.
Sasul, yeah.
Sasul was a sculpt from Dungeon of Doom that I think there was a point where we were like, maybe we will do like a Sasul theme, like early in development.
She was our price estimate. Like we're like, this is kind of going to be the upward end of how big and elaborate they will be.
She is so much smaller than all of the heroes
she's now like a throne, and everything is like exploded out.
We hit scale. We hit scale creep on this pretty hard. This is supposed to be like a small, simple thing, and then we've been like, okay, well, we need to keep going bigger so we can do cooler things with them because they need to be just like each one of these pieces needs to like be jaw dropping on its own.
Well, the Mystic Crescent here, the Elven, it's too hot.
I'm just gonna stop it up.
It's already at 23. Oh.
Well, I did higher frame rate.
Yeah. So, Mystic Crescent here was one of the very first heroes to be done, and it did not have this base initially, nor these wings, right? So it was that big, and it was really cool, and it was kind of like this thing, and then the the Phoenix got sculpted, and the Phoenix ended up way bigger than the concept art. So like you put the two of them side by side, and I was like, oh no! So we had to put Michelle added this whole lower section with all this bas relief, which is really, I'm so happy she did, because it was like she was dying to do that, right?
Yeah, the details of the base. Well, it goes
but
back
then it still didn't. Then it wasn't done, right? So then it came in, and it didn't have the wings. We put it on the lineup, and it just didn't. It felt empty on the array. So then she went back and added the wings. So it was the first one done, and then the last one done, because it was not. We thought it was done, and it just kept needing it needed something to sit. Now
it's been wild, because compared to a lot of the terrain stuff, this project, there were a lot less limitations, just in terms of like we didn't need to worry about sticking within a certain geometry a lot of the time, and so we just
35 millimeter base,
yeah,
50 millimeter base for these We had a rough height cap and a kind of a volume cap on the sides. But it was, other than that, it was like within that airspace, you could go nuts.
It would be very fun when we do the deep dives. When we do the deep dive for Elven, we do that stream. We should grab that first initial finished crescent we have and just put it side by side next to this finished one.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Just to show, like, this is what we initially were gonna make.
Yeah, and here's how it went, and here's how it went, and here's how it went, and like.
Oh, we're at 99.9.
Woo!
We're $32 away from hitting 100K.
Uh-oh, I better pledge.
Just do it in your pocket.
Yeah,
on your
just
phone.
quietly.
There are a couple
I'm
things
back at
that
number
came up.
27 too. I got a good
You're
low
back at
number.
number 27?
Yeah.
You spent your time. Oh, Keenan said Snake and Dragons next, though, right? We almost did Dragon. A lot of our early concept art was dragons.
I was like, we've got to do a dragon. Like, no matter what we do, we have to do dragons thing. And there was a lot of pushback. The general consensus was that dragons were done to death, and we could do something more creative. And it started with, like, well, let's do an elemental, like a dragon made of some sort of elemental energy, and sort of elemental thing. And then that's how elemental evolved and became its thing. Elemental started as dragon and turned into forces of energy. But yeah, if we do ReliQueries 2,
it'd be really hard to
Dragon,
not do
Revenge of
Dragon
the
in the second
Worms.
wave.
Yeah.
Because it almost made the cut.
Yeah. We've got some good concepts.
Let's see. These are not the dice that come with the set, no.
In fact, you can't buy these dice. In fact,
Hey!
we have to send these dice back.
Hey!
Oh,
We did it!
Woo!
Woo! Hey!
Oh, and it blew up.
Oh!
Woo! 100K!
Pocket confetti.
That was a terrible idea.
Please turn off the fogger.
Oh, yeah.
Please, it's still
What is
going.
it?
Oh my god, there's so much.
Woo!
There's so
We got-
much.
This is going to be a lot to clean up.
What was the giveaway word? Oh, right, the giveaway.
Oh, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway.
Oh, wait, it's only 7:45.
Give it away.
Oh, I thought it was, all right, give it away now. What should it be? Wait,
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili, just all one word?
One word. No, that's terrible.
Are we doing the standard giveaway, or are we...
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
All right, I wasn't sure if we were doing...
We didn't figure out if we could do
We need
Kickstarter
to
credit
talk
or not.
about doing like
That's a
Pledge
good-
Manager credit or something.
Yeah.
We need to get clearance for that, because it would be nice to do giveaways like every stream.
Well, we have some festive ReliQueries now. There's
We really
thanks to
do.
Sylvia for this glitter.
Somebody's going to have to clean this up. All right. Are we actually doing Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No, that's too hard. That's
Okay.
too many.
It's
that's
too hard.
Yeah.
People can't spell that.
Let's do
Dragons.
what's the theme of tonight? What are we
I'm tired.
how about
Celebration. Festive. Do confetti. Oh, confetti.
done. Confetti. That's it. Confetti. All right,
Confetti.
so what are they going to
C-O-N-F-E-T-T-I.
Does that mean it's giveaway time?
It's
Is it
giveaway time. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, giveaway time! Get that
It's
smoke!
not. It's just like,
Get that smoke!
yeah, get that smoke. All right, guys. So this giveaway, it's an international giveaway. No matter where you live, you can win this.
Woo!
You can do a $50 gift card for the Dwarven Forge store. We also, if you are in the U.S., we can, instead of the gift card, ship you a basic Caverns or a starter dungeon set if you prefer those. However, we cannot ship things internationally. So if you want a chance to win that, just go ahead and type confetti in chat.
And thanks for getting us to 100K.
Yeah, thanks for getting us to 100K on the
amazing.
first day.
$100,000 worth of little dice seats.
Little dice seats. That was almost the name for the Kickstarter, actually.
Dice seats.
Little
It was
dice
gonna be
seats.
Little dice seats. It was a cautionary tale. But,
Yes.
Yeah.
Caution,
don't stream on Twitch.
What was the other? Oh man, I feel like there was a. We were discussing something, weren't we? Or there was.
I don't know. Do we ever talk about anything on this show?
I'm not gonna lie. Like mentally, like I'm just. Oh, there was a question before this. Keenan was wondering how come the hero charger comes unpainted. Will there be an option in the future for the unskilled? So it's unpainted because we designed it to try to look good without being painted. So you shouldn't need to paint it. However, if you do want to custom paint it, you can.
It's an easy.
It'd be a
paint
super
if you-
easy thing to paint compared to everything else if you did want to paint it.
Gonna look like yay.
How do the ram pillars compare in size to the dungeon pillars? They're much bigger.
We also didn't want to. We didn't. It was gonna painting. It was gonna raise the price a bunch in the hero pledge. So it's just yet another thing to. Just this price creep, right? Everything you add in there just ends up raising the price.
Are those made of dwarvenite? Yes,
Yes.
it'll be dwarvenite. So you can huck it at somebody and it'll be fine.
The bird might not be.
The bird might not be.
Hey, who watched the intro video? Anybody raise your hand? Did anybody watch the
Rabbit Reliquary and Reliquaries 2. Tell you what, if you guys manage to get us past 4 million, we'll do a Rabbit Reliquary and
We'll do a
Reliquaries
dragon
2.
reliquary. We'll do a rabbit reliquary. If we get 4 million, we're doing water tile reliquaries. We're going in.
Just add water tiles
Yeah.
to it. It's like there's a bunch of reliquaries and then water tiles.
Yeah. And we'll definitely do a dragon. I don't know. We'll.
How much
was
larger
I-
would the mahogany display base have to be to have a base for all the sculpts tier? Oh, so that would go from 7 to 16 sculpts.
It would be everything. All the sculpts would be 16.
Yeah, all the sculpts would be 16.
So it would be this. It would be like 3 of these things. Well, plus all the sculpts has the. Oh, yeah, 16.
Yeah.
So
16
maybe it'd be
Phoenix.
twice, a little bigger than twice as big as this.
Which one of you is going to?
That would be where. So we had, we had some initial. We had a couple of other bases we wanted to do initially. I wanted to do a spell tracker base. We were talking about having the hero charger also be a wood thing. We had, and it's just doing one wood thing was already hard for us.
This was a mistake.
So we're sticking with one base.
Oh, no.
We got some engravings on it, but then we'll see how this goes after we do a round of actually manufacturing wood. We'll see what that's like, and maybe we can expand in the next one. I wanted a 9-slot spell tracker base.
That's the main thing here. Is this is, if you think about it, this is basically our KS1 of like an entirely new thing.
Yeah.
Like this is us laying the groundwork here. If this succeeds, if we can justify, expanding on this line in the future, this groundwork will be there, and we'll be able to like put that dev time into other things.
Although the one thing that I am excited about is using this charging system for showpieces, for cities, and for future things like this. The rechargeable battery is going to be ridiculous. Like it's gonna be the future. Other than being biggish for us, right? Like the battery's like this big. Like I don't know. It's gonna be a big thing. But yeah, we will
Define succeeds.
define success. A lot of backers. We want more backers than we've ever had before.
That is
That
the
will be
thing.
success.
Like our primary goal going into this is
Number
really
of
less about the
backers.
dollar amount and is more about providing it a way in for a lot of people who haven't backed us
Let
before.
them get their first piece of Dwarvenite on their table. Let them experience some of the excitement of Dwarven Forge. Get that artistry in their hands.
And then we have a lot of secondary goals tied to this too. Things like we're trying out new things when it comes to marketing. We're trying out new things when it comes to
For everything. We did the
Yeah.
add-on system, and
Yeah.
we're getting on different channels. We're doing these epic rolls videos. We did the docu-style intro video. Well, that was a question. Did people enjoy that? Do you prefer this
the
sort of documentary behind the
intro video.
scenes thing versus in your face? Here's all the things it does. Kush, 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 kush. Which we also did, like the 2-minute version is kind of that.
Yeah. I think they said they liked it. So far, the response to that has been positive, which has been nice because
Because you've been working nonstop on that for a month.
I was so stressed about it, man.
Well,
Like,
there's a lot of pressure, right? It's the first thing people see, and it's so much to
It's first
put
thing-
out of, and it's portraying the team and all these individuals and the process and the
Yeah.
thing, and it's like, it's a lot of storytelling to put in one place.
yeah.
Did we do the giveaway?
Oh, yeah, let's roll that giveaway.
Confetti!
Confetti. Don Confetti. You need to watch On Sleeping City. You're never going to watch On Sleeping City.
Yeah, when the kids go off to college.
Hey, I'm sure your kids would love it. Hey, there's a lot of swearing. It's not like vulgar. It's not like graphic, but like There's a lot of spicy language.
We'll,
They're playing New Yorkers.
We'll wait on that.
All right.
Yeah.
They're raising kids in Queens. Like there's gonna. All right. All right. Let's
I
roll
don't
this
think they've been
giveaway.
exposed to very much spicy language.
All right. Let's see who gets this.
I have never sworn in front of them.
Really? How do you manage?
You just go into dad mode.
Fair.
Yeah.
I guess I do have like a streaming mode. I do not talk the same here as I do off stream.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Let's
You're
roll it.
cruising the streets. Confetti!
Yo! This is a nice way to say it. It's Commerce Demon.
Congrats!
That's a nice little herald into the campaign.
Yeah. This is a good omen.
What better celebration of our Kickstarter aimed at bringing in new people than giving some free product to one of our diehards?
No, but it's a good. Well, it shows, it gives the new folks hope.
Yeah.
They one day they can.
Systems rigged against
win.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, if you
At least it wasn't 6. Let's say.
At least it wasn't 6. Could you imagine if he want to get if 6 like went on like a winning spree?
A rampage.
Man,
It'd be amazing.
like once the seal is broken, like he just wins every
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That is awesome.
Well, congratulations, Commerce Demon. I will. I'll message you about that. We'll get that sorted. I might just do Discord. It's probably easier to do it on Discord than here. Commerce put in the time. He deserves it. Yeah, he's basically a sales rep for us at this point.
Yeah. Facts.
Consider this as payment for that magnetizing sewer pieces guide.
Fair. Very fair. What else? What other questions do we have? What else do people need to know?
Oh man, I know there was stuff. As a dad, safe swearing for really big screw ups has a lot more impact then.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Fortunately, there's a lot of big screw ups in my life. It's been like made a career out of it.
Odin asked a question.
Hey,
I think he wasn't here when we went over it. He's asking if any of the pieces are the same height as elevation pieces. The ability tracker is the exact same height as elevation blocks. It is meant to function as elevation pillars if you want to use them that way. The others are larger. But yeah. Of course, this is without it being on the plaque. The plaque gives it a couple inches, or not inches, millimeters.
Actually, that could be crazy. I think we made it.
Just might be a lunatic you're looking for.
It could be. I think we made it on with the plaque. It's 50 millimeters, so that it'll.
Wait, does it have double elevation potential?
Yeah, if I recall correctly.
Oh, somebody was asking for more info on the decals. Like, what exactly is going to be on the decal sheet?
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
Like 1st through 9th for spell levels?
I think we're going to be dead on at 50 millimeters. So that you could, the thought was you could use, so what's going to be neat is we're going to have, it's got this bottom thing with a plaque you can swap out the decals there. So you could either print a little custom thing or you could use the dry erase one to write, like, it could be, whatever, Saint Nadington, and put a mini on, like it could be the, in the center of the town square, this is the monument to whatever, and you put their name in the on the plaque, and then it becomes like a cool monument or whatever.
Yeah.
You can totally do it. And it's 50 millimeters size, so that works out.
No, basically, you're gonna get like a decal sheet.
It's gonna be
sheet with all of it.
All the PC abilities that need tracking, from wild shape, sorcery points, key points, superiority dice, inspiration. Rage, spell levels 1 through 9.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, but it's not actually that many. I mean, it's 20 things plus the spells or something.
I don't think there's anything to track as a paladin, and like your smites are just coming into your spell levels. Lay on hands very quickly goes beyond the capability of tracking it with die.
Even the counter, it goes past.
Yeah.
Goes past 40 very quickly.
Lay on hands, yeah. After level 8, you can't track it on the counter anymore.
Yeah. But, a lot of people getting up to level 8 is a lot of people don't make it that far anyway.
What was the...
But you know what you do for that? You get a pair, you get a pair of them, and you get your, You get your.
Could we have concentration as an option? Oh, so you have like a
Oh,
that's where your concentration die
neat.
goes.
Right. I don't know what numbers. Well,
That could be fun. So whenever you're concentrating on a spell, you put the die up there to like.
You could have 30 points left in your pool, or you could use it for hit points.
That says 300.
It's 30 and 0.
I'm just all right. Orion was wondering what the other pillar there was outside of the Dungeon of Doom pillar that you were comparing it to. He hadn't seen them before.
That was the Dwarven pillar from City Builder, I think.
Huh. Nice. Bless, Bane. There are so many. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think that's why you have the dry erase option there, so that you can customize it to your party.
It's just
and work for different games.
just PC abilities, spell levels, and concentration might be a neat one to do. And then we're gonna give. I think we're gonna give 2 of each. Plus there'll be a couple of dry erase and whatnot. All right, we're gonna pack in as many decals as we can to give you as much utility as possible. And you can do neat stuff like you could track like your number of superiority dice, or you could actually put your superiority dice on there if you get your D10s, or put your bardic inspiration dice on there. So you're like, okay, I've got my 2. I don't have very good charisma. Okay, we got 3. Yeah, I've got 3 of them, and you can hand them out when you use them or whatever. There's a lot of ways you can use these to just have some dice on the table, analog style.
Did someone already suggest spell duration? Oh, that could be. There's so many things you can do.
Duration, you could count down each.
There's so many things you get just at the start of every
Duration's
turn.
a good one. We should have a little Discord. Put a Discord thing up
Make sure we
of
don't miss
things that
anything.
you'd like to have on the decals, and we can see. We'll cram in as many useful things as we can.
Checkers fit in the small part of the display, right? I feel like that was explained. Yeah, they have the same base as the thrones and pillars. They are 35 millimeters, so they will fit.
Everything is gonna fit on there. What's the one that has
the only thing that has a base of a different size is the hero. The thrones, pedestals, and ability tracker all have the same bottoms.
This is gonna have it doesn't have anything, but these are all gonna fit. There'll be a little sawtooth thing in there, and whatever they'll all fit, and they'll all have a little indicator and whatnot. So you can use all of these on top of there.
The decals are going to be vinyl, I believe.
Ooh, look at it. He's fourth. Oh, I guess not. Fly spell's third, but I don't know. He's moving around. Yeah, so these you can use these on any, and you'll be able to use the counter dial on any of them too. So you can use it if you want to track 2 different things. You can do that. Lots of fun ways to track whatever. Some fun analog tracking.
The decals are vinyl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be like the puzzle floor decals, not the KS4 castle decals, but the puzzle floor ones, which are vinyl.
Let's see. Any other questions that we missed? All the questions came in at the same time because we asked for questions, so it was hard to keep track of them all. Can I ask an unrelated question? Why does forest escarpments come with 3 elevation pillars? Original Dreadhollow forest elevation? Is that what that means?
Where? What?
Forest escarpments comes with 3 elevation pillars? Is that an old Dreadhollow pack?
Maybe? I don't know. Give us some context. I would love to get to the bottom of this.
I think it seems like we don't know.
No, if you tell me is it Wildlands or is it Dreadhollow? Where is the pack located?
Well, we didn't make elevation pillars in Wildlands, right?
Yeah, but we did have. I think we reprinted them in there.
Oh.
Yeah, we did make new. We made black 50 millimeter.
We made stilts.
Stilts.
Is that?
I think that's what they're talking about. I don't know. If they clarify, I will.
They're saying Dreadhollow.
I made all the. All right, so I think it was.
It's the escarpment pack in the store now. Dreadhollow.
It has 3 stilts.
Is it to hold?
Well, if you put another floor up behind the escarpments, but I don't know why it would have 3. 3 is an odd number.
You figure you'd want 4.
Yeah, 4 lets you get a floor exactly level with the back.
Do you think this was like a stretch goal situation?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense though. Why there would be 3?
Unless the graphic is wrong, yeah, it's odd.
Put it up on our on Slack and see if we can get to the bottom of it.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I think in the original Dread Hollow encounter, we had a bunch of stilts in there to get stuff up in the second level, but I don't know why those would get broken up into 3 and put in like random pack. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's like that because Dread Hollow has 6 or something like that. So it was because we were breaking down.
And we broke
the
it in
Dread Hollow
half
encounter.
into 2, and we never changed it for.
We never changed it for the store because until.
Well, that was silly.
Until after Caverns Deep, we didn't really put a lot of effort into the
3
store.
is a very strange.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. We'll need to. Well, the good news is we're gonna want to rework all those anyways because Wildlands stuff is coming in. Yeah. So we'll rework it to make more sense, I think.
What else do people want to see? How else can we be of service before we go to sleep?
What do the pillar bases look like without the label? If you take it off, are you gonna be able to get it back on?
Yeah. Just wait stick.
UV or glow paint on crystals or eldritch runes? I don't think we're currently doing any. Do you think that's an option?
No current glow paint. It'd be kind of cool to put on elemental. Get that phoenix glowing.
Yeah. Black. We want to see Toby. I think he went home. I don't think he's still here.
Yes, but you can make a date. Book a Toby, and we'll get a. I'm sure he'll be on one of these.
I'm sure he's gonna want to be here for the Artificer stream.
Yes. He's gonna be here for the build jam. See if he can take out Tyler for a 4th time in a row.
So far, Tyler hasn't gotten a single point in either of the build jams.
That's just not.
Toby has absolutely
just absolutely dominated.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to let the viewers handicap Toby. Like, they could spend channel points to just do things, shenanigans on Toby to slow him down. Take away pieces or
pay 2,000 channel points. I just go over there and start tickling him.
Just
around the prototypes.
Yeah. Take I don't know. But yeah, we gotta level the playing field for Tyler.
Do all thrones? Yes, all thrones and pedestals will work with the counters.
Yes.
The tracking accessories, the counter dial, and the plaque will go on anything except for the heroes.
You can see it in the hands-on video. I think I showed in both of them. We definitely do it in the ability tracker.
Yeah. I've seen a couple people say that they were surprised at how much they like the ability tracker system.
Dude, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not? Wait till you see the bottom. We have a little Sawtooth Mountain thing, so it'll click around and
Nothing could go wrong with this plan.
These are.
What are we shaving on Nate if we break records this time?
Eyebrows? I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not a lot to shave. I feel like I don't know if getting rid of the mohawk is okay. I don't think I'd be okay with it.
They can dictate a tattoo or something. I don't know. Could they
make you get a tattoo?
That would be a.
Make you get a rabbit tattoo. The boy with the rabbit tattoo.
Oh man.
I'm so awake right now. Like that was.
That got you back in the.
That was the shot in the arm I needed.
No.
We're doing it. If you guys can get us to.
We have to break Wildlands. That would be.
We have to break $4,020,000 or whatever Wildlands ended at.
Yeah.
Broken record would be total number of backers, right? Yeah, that's fair. It would be a backer. That's what it would be. We shouldn't look at dollar amounts. We should be looking at backer amounts.
Oof.
For our stretch goals.
Okay, to get a tattoo based on backer number, it's got to be 20,000 backers. That's
20,000.
That's a lot of. Yeah, I mean that's
usually
serious stakes.
Well, for Wildlands, we got what, 3.5 thousand?
This is a permanent alteration of my body.
It can be henna. No, we're not gonna do henna. You got to do the real. Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never been able to settle on something I wanted. Clearly I didn't know I needed a rabbit tattooed on me.
See, for me, it's just that I absolutely hate needles.
Nobody likes needles. They're not
There are people who like needles.
Okay, true fact.
100% people who like needles.
Mike Hideous.
What?
There's There was
Mike
this like
Hideous?
there was a
Have you seen
vampire rock band in early aughts in the city, the Empire Hideous, and Mike Hideous was the lead singer. And he would do this thing where he had a woman stick needles through his forehead on stage, like.
I don't like this.
Yeah, like they'd go like through like his forehead and then up out the other side, like these like 2-inch long like acupuncture needles, like through thing like pink. So he had like a just thing, and then he'd pull them out and the blood would come down. It was like,
Oh no, I hate that.
Yeah.
That's no.
well, you don't get the name Mike Hideous for nothing. Like
You seen Hellraiser?
I heard about this. Yeah, it'd be a
Pinhead like
Cenobite.
needles. Pinhead like needles so much they named themselves after it.
No, that's the thing. It was a torture. Like the Cenobites didn't like the thing that was done to them. It was like.
I mean, they like decided that they like named themselves Pinhead. So I don't know.
Oh, what else are you gonna do? You have like 100 nails hammered in your skull. Like, what are you gonna do?
They came back for more movies, so apparently they didn't hate it.
Well, he liked the exposure.
He had like 20.
He was
Yeah.
like- he was like,
Anything
you
for
know,
exposure.
I did all this body modifications for nothing. Like now I finally got my my moment.
The movie blew up, so it's like I guess I got to
Yeah.
keep doing it. This should be talked about with the Eldritch set.
Did you see
Yeah, we should just have the Eldritch sculpts on camera while we're talking about this.
Did you see there was one of them where there's a guy has like a CD player like inserted in his head and he like launches CDs at you like deadly.
Have you heard of Rubber?
Rubber?
It's a movie about I think it's an alien that is a sentient tire, and it just rolls around and kills people.
Yes, it was playing at Sundance one of the years I was out there.
It got like pretty big cult, a lot of cult attention.
Best movie starring a tire.
Have you seen Cars? It doesn't star a tire. Cars in general just like gives me so many questions about how that society works. How they work
A
like
car
biologically.
society?
Well, because they have like
All right, so what other
They
questions
have
do
little
people
kid
have?
cars.
What other
all right.
Kid? What other questions do people have?
Yeah.
That are pertinent
Are there
to-
any on
Are there
topic
any
questions?
questions about ReliQueries that we can answer while we're here?
Yeah.
My
Anything
car
actually-
anatomy.
Is there going to be a social media stretch goal?
No,
We don't currently have one.
not currently.
I don't know what we would do.
There is going to be, well, no.
What would we?
We have something fun. We have a couple of little surprise things. Maybe we could tie. Maybe we could do that for a thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do some, find some way to make some of these things fun.
I was trying to think like what we would.
Well, there's that
What would we do?
that thing that we were talking about the other day, that sort of collab thing. We can do that as a social thing.
Yeah. You're gonna have to remind me about it after the stream.
So you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay.
It's
Yeah, okay. I will.
we stopped talking about the rabbit tattoo, and I'm fading.
You're over. That was it. You're like, I pulled away your only the last vestiges of energy.
Let's see.
What else? What else we do? For
Question:
people?
What reliquary would Lightning McQueen like the most? Artificer seems like
Lightning
the easy
McQueen
go-to.
would definitely like the furnace portal, right?
Yeah.
Could put that on his like hood and be like,
Ka-chow. Am I right?
ciao.
Ka-chow.
That's how we do it.
Why is the completionist pledge limited to 100? Oh, yeah, we should go over this for newer
Good
people.
question.
So that's not really limited. Jay does it to like keep track of it and stop it from like.
It's just in case we don't want to fail into success or succeed into failure. In that, if for some reason, like we all went to bed, and overnight there were like 500 completionist pledges, and it was more than we could deliver in the time frame we had. It was just something like this crazy onslaught. So it's just to throttle it, just to make sure we don't get like. If there was such demand for it, we'd make a second tier that had a later shipping date or something to roll it out. It's just to make sure we just don't get overwhelmed by some crazy, a prince wakes up one night and is like, I need 1 million of these things now, and just like pledges for 1 million, and we're like, how are we gonna do that?
I'm pretty sure that exact story has actually happened at some point.
Stefan is pretty sure that there is a prince in Abu Dhabi who would just buy everything if only he knew it existed. He's mentioned this scenario multiple times. He's like, we
He's
just
been-
got to
he's-
find this guy.
He's been emailing with him like back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
Well, that was the Nigerian prince. Stefan's given him about $100,000 at this point, but he still hasn't invested in the.
keep sending him
in the
free
chaos.
product. He's sending him free product. He hasn't done any of those Twitter posts.
He hasn't done anything. Yeah.
Is the September delivery date factoring in the current factory and shipping environment? September next year for delivery?
That's that. Currently, we think we can deliver September of 2022, based on the fact that it's 16 sculpts with a few accessories, and we're basically done on everything. / there's no crazy, like we don't have a light puck, we don't have a fogger, we don't have any like new madness other than a rechargeable battery to sort out. So we're pretty ready to just start tooling and go.
The rechargeable battery doesn't seem like that big of a...
No, none of it is, like there's nothing here that should hold us up. That being said, if another ship gets stuck in the Suez Canal and there's a trade war and all the plastic in the world evaporates and, things could happen that are unforeseen,
Especially
way
that last
beyond
one.
what we see. But based on, and, who knows with shipping, right? Like the second Wildlands container's not on the water yet, so, all bets are off. So we'll see. But assuming that there can be relatively timely shipping, like when the container's ready, it gets picked up within a couple of weeks of when it's supposed to, and whatnot, it should be doable. In fact, we were even joking about maybe even being the first time we deliver early. But
Yeah. Well,
that's
'cause
once again before stuff
'cause
hits the water.
The
Who knows?
factory's already been messing with some of this stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they wanted to start tooling and, well, so hold on a second. I want to get through the campaign, because one of the things we like to do in the campaign is if we get some really good feedback or there's something that we didn't think of that you guys point out that could make this thing better. I want to be able to just tinker with it one last time before we put it out there. So.
If we have time to iterate on something, we will iterate on it.
That's what we were talking about before, right? Endless iterations.
Yeah.
That's the thing that takes some of our collaborators by surprise, is the amount of iteration.
Yeah, that's what Talon and Claw was saying about the bases. They're like, yeah, there's so many
It's what
like...
Die Hard has said. It's what Crystal Sully said. So a lot of people have said that. You guys...
Tabula says shipping's probably only going to get worse, not better over the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it does, that'll be... We won't be the only ones suffering through it. We'll see.
Nice thing is the production time should be a lot shorter.
Yes.
And then shipping is whatever shipping is going to be.
Yes. Now we should be able to start. We should be able to start tooling and casting these really fast. Now.
The tracker, I'd like to use it for terrain. That spot for the label seems flat. Is there something that could be label made to make it look more like terrain? Or I guess just don't include the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, you could either take it off or we could, that's not a bad, we could make a decal that was like a decorative decal, right? That just took this same dragon pattern and did a little thing with the dragon pattern, so it just became decorative.
I mean, you know what the smart thing to do would be?
A magic mustache. It's like a magic mouth in disguise.
It's
like a mimic crossed with a magic mouth. You could put a mustache there. What else? Any other ideas that are better than a magic mustache?
If you don't have any of the decals on it, what's underneath should be, even if it's not sculpted with like raised things, even if it's flat, we can have it be like some sort of decorative design, or we could make it like a clean marble front or something that's like this was an intentional part of the sculpt, like when they built this thing.
Or just a delicate decorative, like just an ornament, a little flourish. There.
It doesn't have to be complicated because we don't want to like drive up the production cost or anything. But just something simple.
That's a really good idea. Just a little knot, right? Like a little knot to tie it together. Yeah, that's a really, see? Case in point. These are this is why we didn't have them tool anything yet.
How would the puzzle floor tiles fit in the ReliQueries? Poorly.
I like, who's this? I like how they're thinking.
Merc. It's
Merc.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, I absolutely.
Unrelated ReliQueries, but is Joy Dwarven Painting coming back? Yes, we are going to make them after this Kickstarter.
Yes.
For Wildlands. We haven't gotten any of the sets to unbox yet, have we?
No. We normally we airship, like the container sets sail, and then we airship over a bunch of sets and use those to QC up or whatever. And the price on shipping is so exorbitant, like just like it's nuts. We're just gonna wait until the container lands, take a few samples from that, and see how things look, because it's crazy. Shipping is a mess right now. Like it's really
it's unreal.
It's
and
not sustainable. It's
every friend that we've I mean, if it stays like this, a lot of businesses have already been going.
Everybody's right. Beetle and Grimm is going to be late with their stuff, and everybody's either late or there's a bunch of Kickstarters that can't even deliver yet. They're just stalling. They're waiting until things go down or things like.
A lot of people smaller than us, like a lot of people who did Kickstarters that are like 1 or 2 person teams,
it's brutal.
Trying to handle the shipping situation right now by themselves it's rough.
The chips are the other one that's killing. The Pixels, Jess from Pixels was here the other day, was saying the price on their boards, they have to make 200,000 dice. The price on the key little chip that's in there went from 25 cents to $4.
They had a 16 times increase on the chips. And because the chip shortage has been affecting us with
times 200,000.
Yeah. So the chip shortage has bugged us.
Yeah,
but not nearly on the scale it's bugged them.
So
there's so many knock-on effects that are just making.
But good news is I don't think there's other than see what the timing, see what happens with the timing of shipping. Where I don't think anything is going to slow down these ReliQueries.
Yeah. Man.
All right. Anything else we should? You should look at, or should we get out of here and go to sleep?
I've never done Beetle and Grimm's. Are their sets worth it?
Yeah.
Dude,
the Beetle and Grimm stuff is amazing.
Yeah. If you have an affection for whatever setting they're making the thing for, you're gonna love it. And you like having little things. If you like aesthetics, they're pretty much the best aesthetic representation of that module or setting that you can get.
The other really good thing that they do is they break, it's all active DM driven. So they break the entire module out into small chunks that you can use. So you don't have to try and hold this hardbound book open. You're thinking each chunk is broken out into a small pamphlet. So you have that. There's handouts for all the stuff. There's NPC cards. There's all there's things you can hold up for your players, pictures and props to hand out. There's all this stuff to basically just make DMing unbelievably fun. There's huge battle mats you can roll down and throw your minis on. Or build on. You could throw down a battle mat and then do some building and make it extra 3D and do it's really a full if you want the premium experience of a module they really do it. It's wild.
They do really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all just really cool people.
Yeah. See, Justice will be on Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. We can have Justice talk a little bit about what they do there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's actually an interesting thing to tie into it, the whole idea of adventure design, and then also because Beetle and Grimm's then does supplementary stuff for those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome that this stuff exists in this space. All right, but we should get out of here unless there's any other further questions.
If there are other questions, hit us on the Kickstarter comments. We've got people watching on 24/7.
Discord.
Ask on the Discord. I'm there pretty often, and we've got a very active community that even if we're not there to give you the answers, odds are one of the other backers who got the information at some point will be there to give it to you.
Chris will read every single comment.
I read everything.
Every single comment.
And then the forums are a good repository for information as well. There's a lot of ways to reach out to us, and we're watching all of them.
A repository.
It's a repository. That's what we should have called these.
Repositories.
Dice repositories.
On that note, thank you everybody for all of your support. Thank you for such a great day one. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern with a deep dive into the Dwarven theme. Right, we're going to look at how did we make Dwarven, what were we thinking about. Who's coming on the Dwarven stream?
I believe Eli said he wanted to join in. I'm going to message Hamster because he did the paint. The thing is with Dwarven, everybody, I feel every sculptor worked on Dwarven.
Yeah.
So honestly, pretty much anybody in the
Anybody that's
studio
around.
could like tell you some stories.
Yeah, there will be tales to tell. We have a documentary tomorrow, the Creating Dwarven ReliQueries. It's like that one's like a 6 or 7 minute documentary. It's going to go live tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be fun. That's it. Let's call it a night before more glitter gets exploded out. Before more fog goes on the street.
Stop. We need to open the door.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.